The legal disclaimer ensures transparency about recipe sources and viewer responsibility. These beloved Nyonya fish cakes turn humble ingredients into golden comfort. Flakes of steamed white fish bind with buttery potato, sweet onion, and spring onion, seasoned simply and shaped to plump patties. Deep fried until shatteringly crisp, the crust yields to a tender, chunky interior where distinct fish flakes shine. Stretching a small amount of protein into a generous meal, these versatile cakes are perfect hot with lime and chili sauce, packed for picnics or featured on festive. Main ingredients: Threadfin, 300g. Potatoes, 300g, boiled, skinned, and mashed. Onion, 1/2, diced. Spring onions, 2, chopped. Egg, 1, large yolk and white separated. Salt, 1 teaspoon. Pepper, a shake. For the coating. Plain flour for dusting. Breadcrumbs, 1 cup. Egg white W, beaten. For frying. Cooking oil, for deep frying. Notes on ingredients. Threadfin books, the book's fish of choice, a firm sweet white fish prized across Malaysia and Singapore. Any firm white fish works beautifully here. Nagi Maehashi of RecipeTin Eats recommends firm white fillets such as cod, haddock, snapper, barramundi, tilapia, or pollock, and notes that canned tuna or salmon kept in big chunks, not cooked, also make excellent fish cakes. Avoid fish that dries out easily, or very oily fish, or taste overwhelmingly fishy, as desired. Potatoes, any starchy or all-rounder potato works. The book boils, skins, and mashes them. For the best texture, keep the mash slightly chunky rather than silky smooth, as Nagi explains. Lumps of potato give the cakes a lovely contrast to the soft flakes of fish, while over-mashing makes the interior soft and baby food-like, as desired. Egg, separated. The yolk is mixed into the fish cake mixture to bind it, while the white is beaten separately and used to coat the cakes so the breadcrumbs adhere. Keep the two parts clearly separate when preparing, as desired. Breadcrumbs. The book uses 1 cup of plain breadcrumbs for coating. RecipeTin Eats uses panko breadcrumbs for an extra crunchy crust, a lovely upgrade if you have them, as desired. Dipping sauce. The book serves the cake simply with a dipping sauce. Any seafood sauce works. Classic tartare, a squeeze of lime with chili sauce, or a simple mayo are all delicious, as desired. Here are the written ingredient list. Preparation steps. Step 1. Steam and flake the fish. Clean the fish thoroughly. Steam it over boiling water until just cooked through. The flesh should be opaque and flake easily. When cool enough to handle, remove the skin and bones and flake the flesh into a bowl. Try to keep the flakes reasonably large. You want distinct pieces of fish in the finished cakes, not a disintegrated paste. Tip: for the flakiest, most tender fish cakes, handle the cooked fish gently. Nagi's guiding rule, keep the fish in big flakes, not mush, is exactly right. The texture of the cakes depends on those soft pieces of fish holding their shape within the potato. Step 2. Fry the diced onion. Heat 3 teaspoons of cooking oil in a small pan. Add the diced onion and fry over medium heat until it is soft and lightly browned, about 4-5 minutes. The browning brings out the onion's natural sweetness, which seasons the whole cake. Set aside to cool slightly. Step 3. Mix the fish cake mixture. In a large mixing bowl, combine the flaked fish, mashed potatoes, the browned onion, chopped spring onions, the egg yolk, salt, and a shake of pepper. Using your hand or a wooden spoon, mix everything together until evenly combined. The potato binds the mixture, the egg yolk holds it together when shaped. Step 4. Taste and adjust the seasoning. Take a tiny portion of the mixture and taste it. Add more salt and pepper if necessary. Seasoning is a matter of taste, and the book explicitly encourages adjusting at this stage. The mixture should be well seasoned on its own, since the fried coating adds no salt of its own. Step 5. Set up the coating station. Prepare 3 shallow stations. Dust plain flour onto a pastry board or clean work surface. Beat the egg white in a shallow plate and spread the breadcrumbs on a sheet of greaseproof paper or plastic. Having everything ready before you shape means the cakes can be coated and fried without the mixture sitting around. Step 6. Shape the fish cakes. With lightly floured hands, take a tablespoonful of the mixture at a time and shape it into a neat, round cake about 1.5–2 centimeters thick. Press the mixture together firmly so the cake holds its shape. The potato will help it bind. Place the shaped cakes on the floured board until all the mixture is used. You should make about 12–15 cakes. Cooking steps. Step 1. Heat the oil for deep frying. Pour the cooking oil into a wok or deep frying pan, filling it to a depth of about 3–4 cm. Heat over medium-high heat until the oil is hot but not smoking, around 170–80 degrees Celsius. Test with a scrap of breadcrumb. It should sizzle immediately and turn golden in about 30 seconds. Temperature control. If the oil is too cool, the cakes absorb oil and turn greasy. If it is too hot, the outside browns before the fish cake cooks through. A steady, lively sizzle around the cakes is the sweet spot. Step 2. Coat the fish cakes. Working one at a time, dip each shaped cake first in the beaten egg white, letting the excess drip off. then roll it in the breadcrumbs until evenly coated all over. Pat the crumbs on gently so they adhere, don't forget the edges. A complete, even coating is what produces that all-over golden crunch. Step 3. Deep fry until golden brown. Carefully lower 3-4 coated cakes into the hot oil, one at a time, sliding them in gently from the side of the wok to avoid splashing. Do not overcrowd, fry in batches so the oil temperature stays steady. Fry until the underside is a deep golden brown, about 2-3 minutes, then turn with a slotted spatula and fry the second side until equally golden and crisp. The cakes are done when they are uniformly golden and feel firm but springy. Why golden on both sides? A well-browned crust locks in the moisture of the fish and potato and gives the classic crisp exterior. If you are being particular, stand each cake on its edge for a few seconds to color the sides too. Step 4. Drain. Remove the golden cakes from the oil with a slotted spatula, letting the excess oil drip back into the wok. Transfer them to a plate lined with kitchen paper to drain. Fry the remaining batches the same way. If you are making a large batch, keep the finished cakes warm in a low oven while you finish the rest. Step 5. Serve. Arrange the drained fish cakes on a serving platter and serve immediately while hot and crisp. They are wonderful on their own, with a bowl of chili sauce or tartare for dipping, or as part of a rice meal with a simple salad or vegetables. Serving suggestions. Serve as a snack or appetizer with chili sauce, sweet chili dip, or classic tartare. Nagi's fish cakes are traditionally paired with tartare. Sir 1. Sir 1. Sir 1. For a light Malaysian-style dinner, serve the cakes with steamed rice, cucumber slices, and a green salad. Fish cakes are equally good, hot or at room temperature, making them ideal picnic, party, and lunchbox food. S2. A squeeze of fresh lime over the hot cakes brightens the flavor beautifully. Cooking tips and techniques. Choose the right fish. Firm white fish, threadfin, cod, snapper, barramundi, tilapia, pollock gives the best texture. RecipeTin. Eats notes that canned tuna or salmon also work. Use one large 425G can, drained, and keep the chunks big. Keep the fish in flakes, the potato chunky. The single most important tip from the cross-reference: don't overmix. Roughly mash the potato and gently fold in the fish so you end up with soft flakes and lumps of potato, not a smooth paste. This is what separates good fish cakes from great ones. Season generously before frying, taste the raw mixture and adjust the salt and pepper at that stage, since the fried crust adds no seasoning of its own. Get the coating right: egg white plus breadcrumbs or the classic flour egg panko route. Both give a crisp, golden crust. Coat completely, edges included, or the bare spots will brown unevenly. Deep fry or pan fry. The traditional Malaysian method is deep frying, as in this book. For a lighter weeknight version, Nagi pan fries the cakes in a shallow layer of oil until golden on both sides, then finishes them in a 200 degrees Celsius oven for 10 minutes to heat them through, handy for serving a whole batch hot at once. Make ahead and store. Uncooked cakes can be crumbed and frozen between sheets of parchment paper, then thawed in the fridge overnight before frying. Cooked fish cakes keep for 3-4 days in the refrigerator and can be reheated in a pan, oven, or air fryer until hot and crisp again. Stretch the fish. Because the fish is patted out with potato, 300G feeds 6 generously, a great way to make a little fish go further, as Nagi points out.